Hi Virgo, thank you for tuning in. I'm Annalisa and welcome to my channel. I'm doing a spread for February 2019 for you. So it's looking good. Your month is looking like there's a lot of progress is going to be made. So let's go into it in a bit more detail and what it looks like last month. So January or the kind of build up this month, you've had to make some decisions, some choices, and they may have been quite difficult, quite challenging. They could have been gone both ways actually. So I'm actually getting through that. You feel like you've had a lot of options or a lot of choices, and this idea that you can create what you want and manifest what you want, and you've kind of really gone into the month with that kind of attitude, January, but it feels like you've had some kind of difficulties with those. You've had some heartbreak. You've had to maybe face some challenges with what you've been able to choose or what you're allowed to choose, or maybe there's been some kind of constraints or something that's been holding you back from what you feel like you deserve or what you really want. Quite likely those have been mental blocks. So maybe you've met some mental resistance to your ability to be aware of your own prosperity, your own strength, your own gifts. And last month you've been really asked to crack that open, to really open your heart, to realize and expand your awareness, your compassion, your insight into other people. I feel like you've had to be really feel into what other people's needs and perspectives are in relation to your own. So it may have been a bit of a challenging month. I feel like it's a bit of a mixed bag, you know, like there's some really great stuff and some kind of challenging stuff that's gone on. What February is going into is you're really coming into February with this kind of energy. So the Emperor is very strong, very stable, masculine, grounded, practical, aware of the details, what needs to be done. The danger is he can be controlling, but he's really in a balanced sense. He's in his mastery. So you are really looking to find mastery this month of yourself so that you can move forward with what you really want and keep going towards your goal. What's really going to help you this month is taking some risks. So the Fool is all about stepping out into the unknown. You don't really know what to expect. You don't know really what's going to happen. You've just got this idea and you just go with it. So incorporating that kind of energy will help balance the Emperor, who's kind of can be very stable and stern, but also, you know, this kind of heavy and very rigid is what I want to say. He can be kind of rigid, and what the Fool is allows for this playfulness, this childlike quality, this just this element of you know, gambling with the unknown, with the unexpected, allowing the unexpected to come in. It opens up to a little bit more relaxation, so you don't get stressed or so set in your head. You kind of just open up to the opportunities and play with them and go with them. And I feel like you're going to be really successful at that this month because your spread is looking, we'll go into it more, but it's looking like you're going to be able to do that. And it's actually quite a strong month for you. I feel like this is going to be quite transformative, you stepping into this energy. This might be what you're aspiring to rather than where you feel you're at. But the message that wants to come through is that you're totally capable of being this, of, you know, stepping into this, and it's kind of keeping this balance will really help you to really own what you want in your life. Blocks this month. So you may come up some challenges in your work life. In starting new projects, there may be some difficulties with that. It may be, and what's coming up for your career is actually really about mastery and about, no, that's not your career. That's your health. Okay, your career is the Page of Rods. So you might feel quite inspired to start new projects. You have some kind of creative inspiration or some idea, maybe some changes, maybe changes within your workplace, within your job, or looking at new jobs, sort of spicing things up a bit. You want to just make it a bit more fun, a bit more fiery, add in some kind of this kind of playful energy. It feels like you want to like maybe bring that into your work, and you might meet some challenge with that. So the reason that would be is because maybe you don't really know fully what or you don't fully know these ideas. They feel maybe quite like new inspiration, or like young, like either things that you don't really know about or something very new, and you feel very passionate about it, but it might be you're going to meet some kind of struggle either with yourself or others that's going to be about, well, you don't know enough, or you don't have the experience to understand this, you don't know all the details. That message can be coming from you or others, but there's going to be this kind of influence that's coming in that's like, you don't know, and that's reflected actually in your main energy, which is with this you wanting to be a master, but the advice is kind of play. And so what the advice coming through really is trust yourself. Even if you don't know all the answers, even if you don't really have a full idea, is just keep going with your inspiration. Take a risk on yourself, or this could actually be someone else coming in who wants to come in to change things up. So it could be a young person or an inexperienced person who is like, I've got an offer for this or this collaboration or this idea. It could be someone else coming in and you're like, I don't know, that feels a bit of a risk to me. And the universe is saying risks can be good. They can be really good. And a good balance for you if you're feeling in a very like rigid kind of place. Like that energy coming in is really coming in to benefit you and help you become more flexible and move with what's going on. In terms of your relationships, this month is looking really lovely. 10 of Cups. So 10 of Cups is really the culmination, the coming together, the kind of rejoicing, celebrating. Is a really happy, joyful card of completion. It's the 10, so it's, the cups, it's been through all this kind of emotional process and it's really coming out at the top. So in your relationship, this can be coming to a kind of completion of a cycle, the ending of some kind of process you've been in, and being able to see that and reflect on that and rejoice in that process that's happened. And this can also be in single people. So maybe you've been through a process where you've had to really learn about yourself and about your needs and becoming independent emotionally. And again, you're going to really find some kind of harmony with that within yourself and some kind of contentment because you've been through the process before. So you kind of landing this month in a happy place, in a like success. You're going to feel like, I've done it, like I've achieved something. And these cards, this is these hands uniting. This can be the coming together of people, but it can also be, and what I'm feeling more is setting the template for that in the future. So, this is going to resonate with different people. It can be the uniting of something, the culmination of something, people kind of actually joining together, and it can be this inner kind of joining that establishes some kind of better state for a relationship or for yourself or whatever it is for the future. This could be a love relationship or a family friend relationship, but it's generally pointing to the place where you've come in yourself, because where you are in yourself will affect all your relationships. So really reflect on what you've been through, especially you've been through some kind of heartache or pain, and really give praise to yourself for having been through that and having achieved what you needed. You needed to go through these lessons and this growth. It's what's cracking your heart open so that it's bigger and stronger, and allowing you to bring in more joy ultimately. Your health this month, you're looking pretty strong in your health. The Eight of Pentacles, and it relates to the physical body and the physical experience. It's the card of mastery, so it's like really getting to know your body and know your health, your mind, and looking after it. It's like you can really be the master, or you've become the master of your needs physically, mentally, emotionally, like all these things. And I feel it's, again, a result of what you've been through, is that you really value looking after yourself and taking care of yourself. So this month is great for your health and really taking care of that. For your spirituality development this month, we've got the Seven of Wands. So it's kind of fiery, it's quite active, so you're actually going to be doing stuff a lot this month, maybe to again, look after your spiritual health and your energetic health, your sense of fulfillment, your sense of connection. And with the Seven, it's like you've been through this process and you've got to a certain point where you've grown a lot, and you've really become stronger in your awareness and your ability to sense, understand your intuition a bit more, how you receive information, through your mind, like becoming more aware of your mind and the information that's coming into your mind, and being able to discern what's coming from you, what's being influenced by other people, or what's coming from guides or spirit. You are starting to get a stronger sense of that, but there's a lot more to come, is what this is saying. It's like you've been through and you've started this process, but there's a lot more that really wants to come in, and keep working towards that. So whatever you've been doing, if you've been doing a specific practice, this can be great, carry on with it, or step into the new thing, but it's like keep moving, keep going, and celebrate your victories again, and have confidence in yourself. And this month, the general focus, what you're being asked to kind of be aware of and focus on, is the Death card. And this is about transformation. It's about the caterpillar becoming the butterfly. It's that kind of process. I feel it's like you're going through that process where you are beginning to emerge. So it's not like you're just popping out as a butterfly. It's like you are building the foundations and the groundwork to fully expand and fly. So being aware of this process that you're going through, that you've been through, and this month is going to be great for you, because you're going to really, it's like you've learned a lot. I think last month there'll be a lot to reflect on from last month and to be aware of, and you're really integrating that this month. And the integration of that, the reflection of that, is what is going to spur you on to change and really evolve and grow. Because sometimes in the heat of it, we learn a lot in the heat of it, but then it's in the hindsight that we really understand the depth of the process that we've been going through. And you're really being guided to focus positively, to keep your mind focused on your achievements, what you've done. You may want to celebrate with others, enjoy being with others, enjoy yourself, enjoy your body. Really lighten up. Really lighten up this month. It's like the days are getting lighter, and it's like your energy wants to get lighter. And that will help process and purge and shift everything from before, so that you really move forward. And you're really moving forward. You're where you're headed this month with this kind of energy is the Knight of Wands, or Knight of Rods, and again it's this fire element. So you've got quite a bit of fire going on this month, and it's this individual who is really taking steps forward and leaps forward into their action power. It's like using their sacral strength, their physical strength, their vitality to really push things forward. It's like you're kind of birthing a bit. you know, from a kind of not necessarily from this very stable, even though you want to be very stable, it's like it's a bit more fiery than that, it's a bit more wild than that. But that's a really beautiful process to go through. So it's like, I feel like wild rebirth, that's what's going on, and being really guided to play and enjoy and have fun with it, and allow your wildness, because there is a bit of a contrast, I feel, to do with where your mindset is at now. It might be a bit serious, you might be feeling a bit heavy, and it's like, just play and lighten up and use your friends, use your like innocence, like this childness, to allow this transformation. Like, this transformation will be much smoother if you don't try to control it. So try not to like, this is how it's going to be, but just have a kind of vision and just play with it and move it and go with the currents a little bit, and allow the process to happen, allow the changes to come through you. And I feel this is a very beautiful month for you, very, very beautiful. And there may be some kind of deep processes, but everything is really building your strength, building for the future, and really bringing in a lot of happiness. I feel like there's maybe been some heaviness. It's like a lot of blues, like the blues. You've been coming out the blues, and so you're coming into this joy. You're coming into this light, into this brightness. And just remember too, with the work, like especially in work, is to bring in the kind of playfulness and the joy and the taking risks, because that's gonna help you move forward. Okay, I hope that helped. Thank you for tuning in. Please like, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. It supports me, anyone you watch these videos for. It's really great for all of us to receive that support, and wishing you a wonderful February. Thank you.